It's been 13 years since we first talked on our show about the Moncton-made product, Just a Drop. If you're not familiar with it, the idea is to put a drop of the solution in the toilet before using it, and voila, it prevents unpleasant odors. Luc Jalvert is co-founder of Prelam, experts in odor assessments and solutions. It's the company behind Just a Drop. Jalvert is focusing his attention on China these days, where the product is now being sold in 2 major retail chains, and he's aiming for doing even bigger business in the country with a population of 1.4 billion people. He's heading there on Saturday on a trade mission organized by Opportunities at New Brunswick, but he has come to our studio amid those preparations for the trip. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I kind of gave a few little hints about what your company is about, but how did Prelam get started?
Well, we were initially an import-export company, so we were looking for new products or new ideas in China, and we used to import them. Like we started in the air freshener space, and I used to go in China and Taiwan and look for products over there that I could basically private label under our brand. That's how we started, and it was very competitive because of the S.C. Johnsons and the Airwicks of the world. Well, they had big budgets for advertise, and we didn't. But we were lucky with Walmart Canada. We had a good section in the Walmarts, but unfortunately we could not promote our product like they could. So I stumbled on this formulation and the concept of using it before you go, because normally you light a match or you spray the can or you put the switch on in the fan. And so we tested the product, and everybody kept saying it really works and it's really cool. And so I realized I had something kind of innovative. And we decided at that time to switch our energy into this category that we were innovating. So we started this 13 years ago. Nobody used nothing before they went. They always used after. So, and that's when it started. So the challenge was to how do we market a product of, going for number 2? How do we spread the message and how do we communicate the message? And so that's where all the challenge started 13 years ago. So at this stage now, and then we were lucky, again, Walmart Canada supported us. So that was our first big entry into the retail. And after that, just going to chain and doing a lot of guerrilla stunts and PR and word of mouth really has been the key of success for us. Is when someone used our product, we sold over 10 million bottles now to this day. And we never refunded nobody. And it says on the package, satisfaction guarantee, and nobody ever called us and said your product don't work. So ironically for us, I think the consumer's been spreading the word more than anything else, because if you go to someone's house and say, what is that? And it works. And so people are embarrassed about, having to go. And that's what basically my goal is to change that, is to make sure that you can go and don't be embarrassed about it. So, and ironically, it worked out for us.
But other companies are now trying something similar, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I've always told young entrepreneurs that the innovator actually has to pay the price. I had to pave the road. I had to cut the trees and put the asphalt down, and then all of a sudden you get the Me Too companies following you and passing you, and that's what's been going on with some other companies. But ironically, one of the large company that's in the space now, well, we've made over 1 million bottles for them as a co-packer, so they springboarded out of us. So they license our own formulas. So we kind of benefit from that, and now we're taking the halo effect, because now those large corporations are advertising tremendously on the U.S., Canada, and I think 11 countries for one of the big brands. And we're taking advantage of it because we go on the shelf next to them for hopefully a little bit less than them, and then consumers have a choice. Compared to being the innovator, you're the only one on the shelf, so you don't have a choice. Now, ironically for us, we're taking advantage of the road we built, and now we're following behind the transport truck and saving fuel and just taking advantage of this situation.